What's up, folks? Let's see here. Order of let's see. Pablo says Warriors over on Twitch says Eve. Yeah, I've been doing this on Saturday mornings for the last couple of weeks. I think we're gonna keep doing it for the foreseeable future. Um, we've got it's been a nice. Sorry guys, my nose. Chris has been sick for like 4 days with like either the flu or something, and I think I might be getting it. So we'll see. My nose is all runny, so I apologize. Um, I've been doing it because everybody's saying the new user experience is pretty good, and it's a 20-year-old game, and they've really improved upon it. So I wanted to give it a shot. It's not really my thing because I don't like PvP, but I was told that you can avoid PvP for the most part because if you just stay to like the high sector space, or what is it called, high security space. Plus, it's old content. I'm doing like the newbie missions and everything, and people have said that you should be okay. So I was like, I'll give it a shot. And I gotta say, coming off of Starfield, I was kind of craving some sort of a science fiction thing. I don't like Elite Dangerous. I don't like No Man's Sky. Um, this has been enjoyable. It has been quite enjoyable. And I've been doing some newbie guides, which have been doing really well on YouTube. So I'm gonna keep doing that until I see a drop off in the traffic or I stop having fun. Neither one has happened yet, so we're gonna be continuing. Altered Ego Gaming says good morning. Mujin says that MMO itch just never goes away. Um, Assassin's Gamer says good morning, everybody. Mujin says grats on getting 20K. Thank you very much. Thank you also, Assassin Gamer. Yeah, I hit 20K overnight. I was 4 short when I went to bed last night. I went to bed at midnight and it had 19,996. And woke up this morning at 4:30, turned all the computers on and everything, and saw it was just over 20,000. So that's pretty awesome. Which is it's pretty cool. And for those of you who might be watching on Twitch this morning on What's He Talking About, well, YouTube is my primary gig. We hit 20,000 followers on YouTube last night. I've been streaming there full time for, well, not streaming, but content creation and streaming full time since February of 2022, so almost 2 years. And big milestone. We just started multi-streaming here, 16 days ago, I think, on Twitch and YouTube. And I released a report last night on how the multi-streaming is going so far, and it's been pretty awesome. Yeah, man, Assassin's Road to 100,000. Fuck yeah, that is the next objective. No more small objectives. At least for YouTube, because I've hit my major goals with YouTube now, and it looks like as long as I can maintain the minimums that we've been holding for like the past couple of months, then my basic bills are being paid by the ad revenue from YouTube. Now, that could always change. You never know what YouTube's going to do with their algorithm and stuff. But so far, even on my lowest days, we're bringing in enough money from residuals and everything from all the videos that I've uploaded. I've got, so I do like six, like let's say 5 to 7 videos a day is what I do on YouTube. And I now have 4,000 videos uploaded to the channel. Which, by the way, I was looking at Co Carnage. It's like he has tens of thousands of videos uploaded. He does like sometimes 20, 30 videos a day because of the way he does things with his team. I can't do that, but I do the best I can, which is usually 5 to 7 videos a day, and it's working. You know, um, that's all I care about. So from here, 100,000 is our next goal on YouTube. And on Twitch, now that we're multi-streaming, I think we're going to set a modest goal of 5,000 followers by the end of 2024 and see if I can't get partner in 2024. Partner's a hard one though because you got to get 75 concurrent viewers for a month straight. Like you have to have 75 people tuning into your streams just on Twitch, and that has been something I haven't even been able to achieve on YouTube reliably. Um, I've did it with the beginning like 3 weeks of Baldur's Gate, but once that rush wore off, I mean, it depends on what we play. Like when I do Baldur's Gate, I get 25 to 30 people tuning into the streams. When I play World of Warcraft, I'm getting 20 to 30 people that tune into the streams, but I'm nowhere near 75 per stream. So we'll see what happens with Twitch this year. But the this follower number has been going up very steadily. We're getting subscribers pretty regular. I think we're up to 9 subscribers, and we've gained 72 followers in like 2 weeks. That's a pretty significant amount of growth for somebody who just started, with my Twitch journey. Um, Assassin said I wasn't sure to DM you on Discord. I wanted to share something with you, so I pinged Babylonia. We could let you know. Yeah, just ping me on Discord. Babylonian's out of town, so um, yeah, just ping me on Discord. Feel free. I don't always answer Discord right away because I get 50 plus messages a day over there. But yeah, feel free to ping me on Discord. Um, how come? Oh, because we're talking to this guy. I was like, why don't I have any background? Hang on. If I turn this down, I guess we don't have any music on this station. There it is. For some reason, the sound effects were dead. Maybe that's because I was talking to the dude or something. Anyway, 20,000 on YouTube. That was double the goal that Chris and I had set for the year, so I'm pretty happy with that. And now we see where we go from here. And yes, World of Warcraft, we're doing it. We're doing retail. We've been hard and heavy the past few days just for shits and giggles, but I think we're past the initial rush. Um, so I think from here, probably only doing Warcraft a couple days a week. EVE Online's only going to be Saturday mornings. And the big agenda right now is we got to finish up the Cyberpunk 2077 playthrough, finish the Wasteland 3 playthrough, and we are ramping up hardcore for Rogue Traders. So I would say my number one goal right now is the Rogue Trader stuff. So I would say expect to start seeing daily or near daily videos from Rogue Trader because we got the launch coming in December 7th. Oh, take your time, Assassin. We've got the guild's not even getting formed until probably January, late this year, early next year. Um, right now we're just forming up. The funniest thing to me was my friend Claire, who was an officer. I think she was the second or first or second officer that I appointed in my Vanguard Saga of Heroes guild back when we were in Alpha, like 2005. So I've known Claire a long time, and she she reached out of the blue the other day and was like, "Oh, you're gonna convince me to play World of Warcraft, aren't you?" And I was like, "I haven't heard from her in 5 or 6 years. She and I we've played together off and on over the years, in different games. I think she's joined a couple of the EverQuest ventures we've done over the years. She's good people." And she was like, "I can't do it. I'm getting a puppy on the 19th or something like that." And then last night I'm playing, or yesterday afternoon I think it was. I was playing yesterday afternoon or last night, one or the other. And I get this ping and it's her, and she's like, I did a thing, and I was like, oh, you did a bad, naughty thing, didn't you? She's like, it's your fault. I had to laugh. The good thing is, where we're going with it is a lot different than the things we've done in the past. Um, So it's not set up the way we've done our progression guild stuff in the past is we've always said, hey, we're going to come in and play for 3 months and that's it. There's never any agenda beyond 3 to 4 months. The biggest we've tried, or the longest we've tried, was the World of Warcraft Wrath of the Lich King Classic, and that was going great until certain people decided that they were going to be little bitches and bailed because my community doesn't like World of Warcraft and it's not good for my channel and it didn't work the way I wanted it to and once they decided to pull out, um, then we lost, 20, 25 other people who were also no loss there because they were all the sweaty people who were like, "You're not going fast enough. I want to be reading 5 times a week." And it's like, I don't got time for that shit. So Babylonia and I are working hard to set this up the right way. Um, I think Gila's going to come. Maduro's already reached out. He's coming back. Claire's coming back. I've got like 30 people who have already said they're ready to go, so it's gonna be good. We're gonna have a good foundation. It's a lot of the people we've gamed with in our community for the past 10 years. Um, they usually roll with us into like EverQuest 2 and Lotro and Star Wars: Old Republic. So it's good to have a core group of people who are gonna stick around and do stuff with you and have fun. Somebody is meowing at the door. Hang on a second. Smeagol, come here. Come here. What? You want to say hi to everybody? You're being a needy little boy. He has gotten really big. I think he's up to about 12 pounds now. He's a year and a half. You're Smeagol. What's up, buddy? Meow. I don't know what he needs right now. He just had food. Hang on. Let's see here. Mujin says, "Ooh, retail. Wow, you say that, Mujin, but soon I will lure you away from that Embers Adrift tit, and you will be playing retail with the rest of us." Reality Filter says, "Have you been playing Eve long?" Nope. This is my third weekend. I only play on Saturday mornings, and this is my third weekend. So no, I have not been playing long. All right, we're settled in now, everybody. Sorry, I had to put some more glitter in the cat box and bring the cat box in from outside and get Smeagol situated. Mooji says, "I'm looking to try out the Classic Plus Season of Discovery." Well, good luck, sir. Have fun. I'm having a blast with the retail experience. I like cinematic though. I had a lot of fun in Lich King with my brother. Um, but flaky people were what ruined that for us. So I think we did 5 or 6 months of Lich King Classic, and it was a great time. But I cleared everything I wanted to clear and saw everything I wanted to see. So the only thing left was raiding, and that didn't go the way we want because of other people being little bitches. So we're gonna do something different this time with retail. Adam says, looking at WoW retail again, might read sub soon. Well, we are on the Moonguard server if you want to come join us. Guild's getting formed up end of the year, first of next year. Assassin Gamers had just sent. All right, I have a Discord message I need to go send. See? Dun, 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 dun. Yes, it is going to be a casual chill guild, sir. No sweaty prog. We've done the sweaty prog in the past. I think every time we've done a progression server like EverQuest 2, EverQuest 1, um, I've done that raid content years ago, and so we've always gone into it wanting to do it. I think we've done twice as an example in EverQuest 2. We've done the Kunark raid cycle twice now with our community over the years. I think the last time was like 3 or 4 years ago, and before that like 7 years ago, 6, 7 years ago, and that's a lot of fun. The storyline is super fun. Um, the Kunark mythical raids for storyline purposes, and you can do it all with mercenaries now. So it's you can go in with 10, 12 people and just clear it with mercenaries. It's super fun. But this time around, we're doing things a lot different. Babylonia and I are um, putting it together. We've got a guild charter that we're working on. There's a whole video on it. If you guys want to check that out, I think we published it a couple of days ago. All right, let's see here. Afterburners and their Big Brother micro warp drives. We're about to teach you how to use afterburners. Afterburners don't increase your speed as drastically as MWDs, but they suffer less penalties. They only use a moderate amount of capacity to run. Cannot be disabled by warp scrambles. That's good to know. They use less power grid and less CPU, have no fitting penalties. Okay. Now, I think I already have one because I got granted one from the previous Enforcer missions. But let's just double check my fittings. Zenek says, morning, the beard I see is on a mission. The beard has been extremely well cared for the last couple of months with the tears of the anti-Bethesda trolls who bitched and moaned that I was having fun playing Starfield. So I just take those tears, I take those troll tears, and I put them in here and I massage them all down. Sometimes I use them for other stuff too. Sorry, I got something in my eye. I love troll tears. All right, do we have an afterburner? We do have one. All right, we should be good to go. By the way, where's the music? I thought there's usually music here. Audio. Use combat music. It says override dynamic music with classic Eve music. Maybe try that. Maybe. Oh. So apparently the dynamic version turns off the classic music that's always on. Okay, that makes sense. All right, undock. Assassin says I still have to make a new character, kind of reset my account. You got plenty of time, man. Oh, you're talking about an Eve. Gotcha. Zenek says I'm back at Starfield tonight. Haven't played in weeks. I've got my See, now it triggered the old music because I've heard this music before because I tried this game years ago. That's weird how it was untriggered at a moment. All right. Man, I broke my fingernail with bringing that cat litter box inside. I'm gonna have to go take care of that. Yeah, I played it years and years ago. I tried it once, Moogene. If you're new to the channels, everybody, don't forget we are multi-streaming. Primarily a YouTuber, but we're multi-streaming on Twitch now for the past couple of weeks. Make sure to follow along at your chosen place. If you're on Twitch, you can support with bits, cheers, and subs. And if you're on YouTube, you can support with super chats, memberships. All right, once you're in the next area, you should see an asteroid station. Head there as quickly as you can. The area surrounding will be dangerous, but once you make it to the station, you'll be safe. Okay. Don't forget we have a Discord if you want to hang out there, and we do have our World of Warcraft channel spun up as of yesterday or the day before as we start to prepare for that venture. Daily streams every single morning at 5:30 a.m. Central, waking up with me and coffee, a couple hours. Today we're doing EVE Online as we've been doing the last couple of weeks. I only play this on Saturday mornings. And then every evening at 8 p.m. Central, we're live for about 3 to 4 hours. That's our main stream schedule, is evenings, 8 to 11 Central. Currently playing through Wasteland 3 and prepping for Rogue Trader, which drops on December 7th. Also finishing up a Cyberpunk playthrough tomorrow. Let's see. No, wait. Tonight. Tonight's Wasteland 3. Tomorrow morning I'll be streaming Cyberpunk. So hopefully we'll see you around for that. We're finishing our way up through the rogue missions. Getting Johnny. We got Johnny's jacket. Now we're working with. We got the band back together a couple days ago, and we're about to do a new gig with Samurai, which means I'm going to get Johnny's gun soon, and then we're going to get Johnny's Porsche, and then I'm going to be cruising down storyline until I get to the end of the game. So we're going to wrap up Cyberpunk by the end of the month. Also wrap up Wastelander by the end of the month because I need to be wrapped up with everything so that I can dive into Rogue Trader on December 7th. Muji says, had a small corp, about 20 people, made ships, and were part of some alliance that tried to get into null space, try to get one of the better materials. Nice. Alright. Alright. Complete mission. I knew nothing about Warhammer before I started playing that, but I love Owlcat. I loved what they did to the Pathfinder games, which is why I wanted to try it. I'm not going to get as much traffic out of it probably as I got with Baldur's Gate 3 because it's not going to be as big of a game or as popular of a game. It's definitely more niche, but I know like Morticimal Gaming's covering it. He's doing great stuff. Slandered Gaming's covering it. He's doing great stuff. I've been slowly doing guides like once a week, a playlist, you know, let's play video once a week. But starting this week that's coming up, we're starting to ramp up to like daily vids like we did with Baldur's Gate 3, so ramping up. Alright, you should take a moment to consider all you've learned so far and how it ties together. No module works in isolation. Warp scramblers don't work well unless you're in close range. For that you need an afterburner, similar for you to warp disrupt the long range variants. You always want to keep your enemy away from you. Alongside hybrid guns, we use Galante drones. They are highly versatile with different types capable of anything from head-on rush tactics to electronic deception. Moreover, they can allow you to fight from a safe distance. If someone compromises your electrical systems and you can't lock onto them, your drones will sense that aggression and come to your aid. The only limitations are your ship's drone bay and drone bandwidth. Ooh, I've never used a drone before. Use your civilian hobgoblin to destroy the pirate. Alright, so I put a drone in my drone bay. Do those aren't fitted, right? Those just... It's just something that goes in your bay, I guess? I suppose it'll tell me when I get there. Hang on, I gotta get rid of this. There's nothing worse than a broken nail that's just hanging there. Alright. Can't wait to see Cyberpunk. It's a good game, man. BG3 really is amazing. And you made the best guides of the game. Well, thanks for that. I certainly, you know, I made an attempt. I think that if I had to look at somebody whose guides I really like, it's Morticimal Gaming. I think I like his guides more than anybody else. But he does very distinct deep dives, way deeper than I do. Like his whole 100% thing. I don't do that, but that's because I have a variety channel and I do way more than what he does. So he has a niche and he focuses deep into it. He did a very good job. Wolfheart also had some really good Baldur's Gate 3 content. Wolfheart primarily grew because of Baldur's Gate 3. Like he was doing pretty good before that, but Baldur's Gate 3 was the one that took him from being, I think he got like more than 100,000 followers just from Baldur's Gate 3 content. I definitely got like a good a good 8,000 people in like 3 months, I think. 6 to 8,000 people over 3 months just from Baldur's Gate 3. So it was very good for the channel. You can deploy them once you're in space. Well, we're going to go find out here in a minute. Now the question is how many people who came here for Baldur's Gate 3 stick around for all the other stuff that we do. Because I've had some people who have already been bitching and moaning that I'm not playing enough Baldur's Gate 3, and it's like I've been a variety channel for the 4 years I've been doing YouTube. It's not going to change just because one game came out. I love Baldur's Gate 3, my favorite CRPG of all time, but I also went like hardcore into Baldur's Gate 3 for like 6 months, and now I have all these other games that I got to get playing. So, priorities. Load any combat drone. Load to ship. How do I load them? Do I launch it? It says load any combat drone. Do I launch it? It says idle in space. Is it going to follow me? Return to drone bay. Alright, is it in my bay? Alright, now I can warp to site.
Warp drive active.
Let's go ahead and lock on. Track my ship. The one thing I probably am going to do away with, though, and I haven't made the announcement yet official, but I think we're gonna discontinue until the new year. I think I'm going to be making a separate channel for my podcasts around Middle Earth and Dune, because they are hurting me in the algorithm, and not very many people are tuning in to watch. Let's see here. Launch drone. Let's go ahead and orbit this guy. And let's see if my drone does its thing. Alright, so you can see my drone's back there shooting. Oh, that's fucking cool, man. I think drones just became my new favorite thing. Can I move this up over somewhere else? I guess they want it docked down here at the bottom. Alright, so now I need to return to drone bay. Alright, it's in my bay. Now we'll dock.
Warp drive active.
Adam says, I just enjoy the streams and videos. Always chilled and great to watch. I appreciate that. Assassin says, that's what worries me at the beginning of streaming because of knowing to play Final Fantasy 14 and rating there. I'm worried to play other games because of that. Mujin says, I played some Valheim recently. They made a few changes but have not gotten to the newer content yet. I liked Valheim for the brief time that we tried it.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Assassin says, I tell people I want variety, but that's one reason I haven't done content creation recently. It is very hard to do a variety channel. Um, I've been very open about this with people. If you do, like, look at like what Wolfheart did. When you find a game that pops, if you want to see the best growth possible, when you find the thing that pops, you lean into it and you go hard and heavy. And that's the only thing you do, and that's how you see explosive growth. The problem with that is that when you try to do other things, your audience goes, meh, and they either tune out or they unfollow or they just don't watch. And the worst part is the algorithm. The algorithm will not show them content if it's not in their interest group. The pro and con of doing a variety channel is that by establishing yourself as a variety streamer from the get-go, people know that you're going to be doing that if they pay attention, and they're used to it, and so they'll they'll check in on your channel rather than waiting for the algorithm to tell them that you have something new. Co-Carnage has had some very good conversations about being a variety streamer because he's been doing it for like 10 years. Um, and the struggle of, it's slow growth in the beginning, and not every game you play is going to pop off. Like sometimes you're going to do games that just don't get an audience. And when you're in the early stages, that can feel very bad because you might only be getting, you know, 200, 300 views on a video when your other videos are getting 5,000, 10,000 views, and that can feel very discouraging. But as long as you push through, eventually that grows to where when you do a good game, you're getting 50,000 views, and your off games are getting 10,000 views. And that's much more sustainable in terms of your growth. I'm still in the early stages of YouTube, so 20,000 is a big milestone, no doubt, but there's a lot of factors that go into it. But the thing with the Middle Earth and Dune podcasts is every time you put out a video that doesn't do well, the next video that comes out, YouTube is less likely to recommend it because they're like, well, your last one didn't do so good, so we're not going to promote this one as much. Whereas when you have videos that are popping off, YouTube will recommend all of your stuff because, hey, this is popular right now. So I'm having to be a little bit more conscious about that kind of stuff. And as much as I love the podcasts, I think my last Dune video got 28 views was all it got. That is not acceptable for my channel. And the thing was, is then it tanked the next 3 videos that came out because that video only got 28 views. So I know there are like 5 people who watch my podcast around Dune. Unfortunately, it's going to be coming to an end. Um, I'll be making an announcement soon about that because more than likely what I'm going to do is I'm going to spin up a separate channel just for my like lore stuff that I like because I like doing those videos, but not at the expense of tanking my traffic on YouTube because this is how I make a living. So I have to make sure that my minimums are hit to pay the bills. Um, so when am I going to go looking for Klingons? Gotcha. Assassin said there's drones for combat, mining, and exploring. I did not know that. Alright, Mission 8. Fleet warfare is common in New Eden, and in any fleet, the fleet commander, often referred to as the FC, is the most important. It's just like a raid leader. For your next assignment, you're going to join one of your local anti-piracy fleets as an auxiliary support for a hostage rescue, and you're going to take your orders from a local Concord fleet commander, and your job will be explained to you once you arrive at the perimeter of the base. Follow the instructions. The lives of hostages and the completion of your own training depend on it. So I'm going to be given hostages. Or no, I get hostages when I get there, I guess. I don't have them now. Right? Can you stack? Oh my god, you can't stack. This is great. Can you control click? You can control click. Can I, like, select all? Ha 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 ha. Oh no. That selected all. However, why don't I just select all and move that to my item hanger? I do need to keep ammo on board, though. Hold that thought.
For news you can trust, tune into the cluster's #1 provider.
Make sure that I didn't accidentally rob ammo. I think we're good. All right. All right, let's go see what we can see here. So we gotta get there and listen to the instructions of the fleet commander, it said. Learn something new every day. Kapla! Strange New World Season 2 is really damn good, man. I liked the musical episode even. The Klingons doing K-pop was the funniest shit I've seen on TV in years. Alright, acceleration gate. Alright, hold up. Welcome to the fray, Edgar. I've ordered the fleet to hold its ground for the time being. We're going to send you in to recover the hostages shortly. Move out to the next area where the pirates are. They're expecting a negotiator, but we're sending you instead. Do not engage unless you give the order. We need to maintain the appearance of a peaceful negotiation until the safety of the hostages can be confirmed. Alright, so we're heading to the acceleration gate. Just got an update from the artist I'm working with. Looking good. We're doing the book cover right now for the Weave and Void novel. If you've been following that project over on the Patreon page for the past couple of years, finished up the book earlier this year. Went through alpha readers and a first edit, and then I just was waiting on artwork. So we've got an artist who's working on the book cover, an updated cover for our tabletop source book, and then a cover from the point and click adventure game. So I'm going to put a preview up tomorrow on the Patreon page for supporters, so you guys get a preview look at the sketches that have been coming in. But this is the first novel in the Weave and the Void that I wrapped up earlier this year, so we're going to get the artwork finished up pretty soon. It's been really good stuff. I really like the artists we're working with. In a moment, we're going to request that the pirates relocate the hostages. Ah, god damn it. I took too long to read because I didn't realize I was having to do this. So where are we going? Prison facility? Or was I going for the beacon? I don't know what I'm traveling towards. I was talking instead of reading, and I didn't know it was going to disappear. I think we're going to be 20. Oh, there they are. Loot all. Got them. Alright, now we're heading out.
Warp drive active.
See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Strange New Worlds is really good, Assassin Gamer. It's kind of like a return to the Star Trek, like the original series type. So it's like an episode of the week, but there is some underlying storylines that go, and it's very well done. I really plus I love Anson Mount as an actor. Hell on Wheels is one of the coolest
Documentation
shows I've
requested.
seen in a long time. I
Drive
feel like
accepted.
Westerns, that's where I knew him from. I've watched that through twice, once on my own and once with Chris. It's a very good show. Um, that's a good question. So Assassin says, Weave and Void, is that something I can buy once it's done along with the game, or is it Patreon only? So the Patreon was set up to cover the development. So it was mostly there for people who wanted behind the scenes access as my brother and wife and I worked on it. So all of the development meetings, all of the brainstorming, all of the initial work, chapter previews, the tabletop source book and the first module were published last year, May. I think it was May of 2022. So that product's already it's been out. So you can purchase that tomorrow if you want to. Um, it's all digital, and I just every time I get like new artwork, because we're gonna get a new cover for it here later this year, early next year. So I'll update that with a new cover soon, and the updates get sent out to all the customers. Um, so that's been available for sale for about over a year. Point and click adventure game will be available for sale once it's finished, but we don't know where yet because we are going to look for a publisher before we self-publish. But we've my brother and I have just covered all the development out of pocket, just working on it on our own. And the Patreon support provided us with money to go pay for assets from the Unreal store, and it paid for the artists that we're hiring right now, and it's paying for the music and everything else. So all of the Patreon funding has gone towards paying our contractors. So we had some people we worked with for artwork in the source book last year, and the Patreon money paid for the art, and the Patreon is paying for the artwork. So we don't take any money from the Patreon. That goes into a PayPal account that sits there, and then we use that for development. Anytime we need to pay a contractor for something or purchase assets. So the source book of the modules, if you like D&D and stuff, the source book has been out for over a year, um, and that's got the first module. The book was published in serialized format, so I was writing chapters twice a month on the Patreon page. So the only way to read the book right now, the first novel in the series, is through Patreon. However, once the artwork is done and I have the cover art, I will then be doing a final edit and publishing it on Amazon in at least Kindle format, and I'll probably do we'll look at the pricing, but it's print on demand, so I don't make a lot of money from those, but we'll probably do a paperback and a hardback as well. So that'll probably be out on Amazon. I would say I would say maybe January. I might have it out for Christmas, you never know, but the artist will probably have the artwork done within the next week or 2 weeks for the it depends on edits and revisions, but I would say we'll have the artwork finished for the novel within the next 2 weeks. And then once that's done, I'm going to do a final read through to do a final, line edit pass. And then once that's done, I'll get it out. So if I can get all that done before Christmas, then the novel might be out for everyone to go purchase by the end of the year. But as of right now, it's only available through Patreon if you want to go read it because it was published in serialized format with 2 chapters a week over the course of like I think a year and a half is how long it took me to write that novel. I did it a lot differently because usually when I sit down to write a novel, I'll just sit down and do it for like 3, 4 months, maybe 6 months to just get it done. Whereas that one we wrote in serialized format for our patrons, so it was done in a very different format. Um, and then the point and click game, we'll see. In a perfect world, my brother's going to get it done over the winter, but it's just his schedule is what it is. It was supposed to be done earlier this year, but he has a cattle ranch and shit went crazy this year with inflation in the United States, and he had to pivot and do a lot of stuff to make enough money to put food on the table for his family. And then he had, I think, 3 different trucks broke down, a tractor broke down, and all this other stuff. So he kept getting sidetracked with needing to go fix emergencies, and so he didn't have a lot of time to work on the game this year. But the demo for the point and click game has been out for a couple of years now, so people can go check that out if they want. It's about a 45-minute experience. If you like the old King's Quest, Space Quest, Quest for Glory games, that's what it's like. And all that info is over on the Patreon page. So McDud says, "How goes the space piracy?" We're mostly just doing. We're not doing space piracy per se. We're just doing storyline missions for shits and giggles. Rescued some hostages just now. Don't forget, if you're new here, everybody, we are multi-streaming on Twitch now as well as YouTube, so pick your poison, follow where you want. Next mission. We're returning to interdiction tactics by having you test out a stasis web of fire. So these are like this. It's like the same thing they taught us in the Enforcer series, just in a different way. Um, I should already have a web of fire installed. I do. Well, it's the second project we've worked on. The first was the MMORPG that we spent about 8 years working on. And then this is the second project. And what we're going to do is, as soon as the point and click is done, um, we're going to look for a publisher and see if we can't find somebody that wants to work with us. If we can't, then we'll just self-publish. And if we self-publish, it's going to be only available on the Epic Store. I don't think we won't launch on Steam or anywhere else. We'll probably do exclusive to the Epic Store. I mean, we might go Steam and GOG at the same time, but I'm not a fan of sharing my money with other people, and Steam takes 30% just because, and they can fuck right off with that noise. Whereas with Epic, because we're using the Unreal Engine, we would only lose, I think it's 12% for the cost of the engine, and then they ignore the cost of the um, store in that case, and we don't even have to give Epic any royalties until we make $1 million anyway, which we're not going to make $1 million with a point and click game. So it's better for us to stick it on the Epic Store, and I do all my own marketing, and then I don't have to share my money with anybody. Steam is the worst thing I've ever heard of. I know a lot of indie games like to go there, but they take 30% for nothing, for being a storefront. It's like I can have my own storefront on a website that only costs me a couple $100 a year, and I can do all my own marketing. I don't have to pay somebody 30% just to put my... Yeah, that's bullshit. Alright. Shift click. Approach. The web of fire has to be within 10 clicks. Oh, you're using Scrivener? That's one way to go. Oh, he's keeping me at 12 clicks. I'm probably going to have to use my afterburner, aren't I? Oh, we'll see. We're at 10. We're 11 now. There we go. Alright, I'm standing down. Just let me live. Alright, now we can dock.
Warp drive active.
I think it's a great resource for gamers. It is not a good resource for developers. I do not approve of any company that's just going to take 30% of your profits just because. Like, they don't do any marketing for you. There's almost no discoverability given how many people can self-publish on the platform. It's just not a great deal. I'm okay with Epic doing it because they only charge 12%. That's a much fairer cost of doing business. 30%, yeah, no. I mean, 30% would be like if I brought an investor on board and the investor wants 30% of my profits until they recoup their losses, and then they go down to a 5% revenue share. That's a different story. But Steam is not an investor. Steam is just a storefront. It's ridiculous. All right, this is the final mission in this series. We're gonna step back on this, let you take control of the situation. One of our patrols spotted a small group of suspicious vessels. Document that one of the pilots is a known terrorist. A Concord raid would be picked up with terrorists well before ships. We need this murderer taken out. So you do what you need to do. Oh shit! I'm gonna get a new ship. What is this baby? Ho 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 ho! My. That's a destroyer. I approve. Okay, cool. Um, so we just need to go take care of this terrorist and probably any reinforcements he's got. But to find out. It's better to buy from devs themselves every single time for sure, guys. Yes. If a developer has their product available and it's on their own website as opposed to on a platform, go buy it from them directly because then they get all the profit minus any transaction fees. Like if you're buying my game through PayPal, then I'm going to have to give PayPal 3%, whatever. You know, you're always going to lose something for the cost of doing business, but yeah. All right. Hopefully we don't die doing this. But February of next year. No, that's not true. Yes, it is true. We're coming up on 2024. February of next year will be 10 years of doing game dev for me. And I don't know if we're going to do any more beyond this. We're going to wait and see. If we find a good publisher that wants to partner with us on the Weave and the Void, I think we'll pursue something with a publisher. But my brother and I have talked about it. I think if we self-publish, what we're probably going to do is go into hibernation. I think we're going to take like a year break because we've been working together on projects for like a decade. I think we're going to take like a year-long break. And then we're going to wait and see where my YouTube channel is after another year. And then, terrorist leader, let's approach. And then we will either do, holy crap, he shot missiles at me from a long way away. That hurt. Good thing my ship is insured, because these guys are going to wreck me. What if I should switch targets? Let's take out the ads first and see what happens. I bet I can't warp out of here either, so I'll probably die on this one. That guy's missiles hurt. we about got one ad down. Okay, that leader is the one who's really hitting me with. He's got a web of fire on me and everything. Do I have any advice for writing backstories and lore? Pick your favorite writer, pick your favorite authors, see what they've done, and then mimic that, copy that. There is nothing wrong with using someone as a source of inspiration. Like, I loved, so for example, the first fantasy novel I wrote was the first novel in the Saga of Lucinia. And I loved, like, Tad Williams, the Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn series. I loved the Rift Force Saga by Raymond Feist, and I loved The Wheel of Time by Robert Jordan. So I took elements of all three of those, and I used that to create my characters and to write a novel in that style. Then with The Weave in the Void, I said I really loved what Margaret Weiss and Tracy Hickman did with Dragonlance. So I'm going to use Dragonlance as the inspiration source, and I'm going to mirror what they did with my own stuff. So I'd say pick a book that you love and take the ideas that that writer did, and then just write down the things that you love about those characters, and then once you have that written down, take away the things that are unique to that world and input your own ideas into it. Like, if it's an elf, it's an elf. If it's, you know, a half-elf, half-elf, like, those are the types of things. And then what's their backstory? Oh, they lost their parents. Okay, maybe my character lost their parents too. Oh, they were involved in a civil war. Well, maybe my characters weren't involved in a civil war. Maybe they were drafted into an army. Like, there's, you know, you can modify your own stuff once you've taken the core ideas from your favorite book series. We almost got this asshole. Alright, he's toast. Let's take care of the last one just because we're here. And then we'll pick up any loot. Robert Jordan on the Wheel of Time. Yeah, it's overly detailed in places, but I personally think that that's one of the best. I loved it. It's not for everybody, but I also really appreciated. Like, if you've never read Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn by Tad Williams, I highly recommend it. It's a great series with the way he did his characters too. Michael Moorcock is interesting. It's another one who's like a classic author. Not one of my favorites, but definitely good. Oh, we're getting a whole bunch of goodies. And now we can head back.
Warp drive active.
I think another good look at like character writing is like what is it, Alan Moore and the Watchmen series. Like that is. Right. By the way, those of you who love writing, I'm going to give you a channel recommendation. Let me get a link and I'll post it in the chats for Twitch and YouTube here.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
So Liam is a long-time community member. I'm going to drop a link to his channel in the chats here. That's a link to his channel in YouTube and Twitch chat, everybody. Liam's Lyceum. Liam's been around for a long time. He was a supporter of our very first game dev project back in the day. Bought him and his brother bought T-shirts. Hemvar is who he is in our Discord, but he's got a YouTube channel that's a booktube. It's a booktube channel. He had 1,000 followers like a couple months back, so it's been growing slowly but surely. But he's been working on that for a couple of years now. He started off doing Forgotten Realms. He has a Forgotten Realms blog, and he just did tons of Forgotten Realms stuff. And then over the years, he's evolved into becoming a booktuber, and he's doing tons of books and stuff on his channel. For those of you who are into the books and reading and writing and everything else, I would highly recommend that you go follow his channel. I don't do as much writing and as more as I used to, but that's because I made a living as a writer before I got into game dev. So I started professionally writing in 2008, and I did that for a decade. I've got over 20 million words in print around the world in various places. Um, I started getting into short stories way back in the day, and then I started doing sci-fi and fantasy novels really in 2018 after I'd already sort of had a 10-year career doing client work around the world. I don't feel compelled to write all the time anymore because it's a thing that I did. I've sort of had career stages in my life. It's like I had a construction company for a decade. Then I was a writer for a decade, and then I was a travel influencer and content creator and public speaker in the travel space alongside of that for a decade because a lot of my work was in the travel sphere. And then I got into game dev. I've done that for a decade. And now I'm doing YouTube, and this will probably be, it probably won't be the last venture that I do, but it's probably going to be one of the last things I do. Because I'm 44 in January, so I think the idea here is I'm going to see if I can't be done by the time I'm 50. I'd like to be, retired by 50 and if all I do for the rest of my life after that is play video games and write the occasional novel, that's going to be what I do. But right now we bought this place in cash a couple years back. It's all paid for. We're saving up to buy another piece of property so that we can have an investment property and another house up in the mountains. And yeah, wherever the YouTube channel takes me at this point is like I'd love to see where this goes. Um, I'm pretty early on in this one because I'm only 2 years, not even 2 years. February will be 2 years that I've been full time on this career path for this particular venture. But I'm very blessed in that I don't have to do this as a starving artist. Um, all right, we're getting a new ship, everybody, which means we're going to have to equip it out. And we finished his mission hub, which is awesome. So, let's take everything out of the inventory. Let's put this into the item hanger. And we're going to put this into the item hanger. And then we're going to the ship hanger, and we're going to assemble this ship. And we're going to strip this ship. Where's it at? Strip fitting. And then we are going to make this my active ship. Oh, I can't. Never mind. I need Galenta Destroyer at level 1. Oh, do I not have that yet? I might have to go check my Galente Destroyer. That's a Mar Destroyer. Do I not have Galente Destroyer? I thought I completed this one. Hold that thought. Can I pause this? Pause. Pause training. I thought that the plan that I'd followed one of those plans. The Ergolente Enforcer. I could have sworn that that one was going to give me the Galente. Oh, it gave me Frigate. Oh, but not Destroyer. Okay, well, how do I do that really quickly? Or is it not something I can do quickly? Alan Moore is great, yeah. You're 29? You young pup. You're my brother's age. My brother's gonna be, I think my brother's 29 this, he'll be 30 maybe this month. I forget when his birthday is. Or maybe it's next year he turns 30, I don't remember. Alright, add to queue. Galente Destroyer takes 33 minutes. Yes, please. How do I pause all but the ones I want? Can I move it up? Aha! That's how it's done. Alright, so the Galente Destroyer will be done in 30 minutes. Can we speed that up anyway? I know I got some stuff in my inventory. Hold on. Right here. So that's just a book. Okay. Yeah, it is. I was able to move them around, so that was nice. So it's about 30 minutes. That's cool. We can hang out and chill and do other stuff for 30 minutes. But I want that ship, man. Do, do, do. So, this is my old ship. Can we... We don't need to do anything with that. That's the... This is my first ship, this is my second ship, this is my third ship, and now I've got the fourth ship. So, let's go ahead and... I suppose we could fit it while we're waiting. Can you, or do you have to wait until you're actually in it as you're... I think you have to wait until you're... Oh wow, this thing looks cool. I can't wait. We're gonna have so much fun in this ship as soon as I get it. All right, hang on a second, everybody. I hear Chris in the kitchen, so let me get up. Let me get up and go give my wife a hug and a kiss and tell her good morning because she's been feeling sick the last few days. By the way, knock on wood. I think she's got the flu, and hopefully I don't get it, but we'll see. We were both sick last month with the cold. Everybody, we got a cold, and then she's been sore throat and everything else. McDud says 5 a.m. time to go work out. Have a great day. See ya, McDud. I have no idea, Assassin. Probably not, given that it's PvP stuff. I'll be right back. All right, Chris is making pancakes. Comfort food this morning. All the cats are inside. We're supposed to get thunderstorms today. It was supposed to rain last night. It did not. I'm gonna check the weather. Oh yeah. We've got a 99% chance like right now. So there's supposed to be something happening soon. And they pretty much all day today from noon onwards. And we've got 6 days of rain forecast. It could change. You never know. Hope she feels good. Thank you for that. I mean, there's nothing you can do. It's flu season. Technically, I usually get my flu shot every year, but we just haven't. It hasn't happened yet. Two hours out from now, my final review for Starfield goes live. For those of you who are interested. What? Let's see what other. What's the next one we want to work on? We've got 3 agents here. I already finished the Enforcer skill plan. But there's a Bounty Hunter and Mission Runner, which we will eventually work on. Go through the entire Galente. The nice thing about playing once a week is that I've been able to set these training plans up and just go away. And when I come back, they're largely finished. We still got 20 minutes. I wish there was a way I could speed this up, but I think you have to have like a skill book thing or buy something from the store. I don't want to do that. Let's investigate the other career agents because we're going to work our way through all of these. And we could probably go work on one of these. I'll need to re-equip my other ship though, because I stripped the fittings. Let's do that first. I had stripped the fittings because I was like, hey, let's jump in this new ship, and I can't. So need to open the inventory. I probably dropped everything back. So let's put this in my drone bay. And small armor repairer. Gatling gun. Gatling gun. Gatling gun. Afterburner. Thermal shield hardener. Stasis webifier. Is it warp disruptor? No. Okay, should be good to go. Back equipped on our ship. All right, we've done the Enforcer and we've done the Soldier of Fortune. Okay, why don't we do Explorer next? Where did it go? Here it is. Space is vast and a lot of it remains uncharted. Explorers are dedicated to discovering cosmic anomalies and various signatures. Although risky, pilots are often rewarded greatly. Enter this career path if you wish to find out more about the secrets of exploration. Yes, and it wants me to do the Air Galente Explorer path, but I think I've already got all the skills other than astrometric range. Here, let's hide train skills. I've got most of these already at rank 1. Or no, sorry. Yeah, I do. Other than this one. Because I've already got archaeology rank 1. I believe that's what that means. So, I don't necessarily need to take that quite yet. We should be able to do these without doing any training. Alright. Once you've undocked into space, open your probe scanner and select the Warp 2 button for a location named Anomaly Training Site. This is a cosmic anomaly, which means it'll be easy to find. Warp to it, and I'll give you further instructions. Alright, so something about probe scanner. Show user interface pointer. Only visible when you're in space. Okay. Alright. What is my probe scanner? What is that? I have no idea what a probe scanner is. Maybe I need to have a conversation with that NPC again. So I have no idea what they mean by probe scanner. Can I have a conversation with this person? I'm gonna look this up. Aha! Hit your scanner button. Probe scanner. Thank you. That's it. There was no like on-screen tutorial. I had to literally tab out and look this up. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. There needs to be a tutorial for this right here, and there's not a tutorial for this. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. It also is telling me I need a core probe or combat probe to be able to scan down cosmic signatures, and that lady didn't tell me shit about any of that. So I probably, because I can't launch a probe. Hold that thought. Yeah, they don't tell me any of this. Well, I'll tell you what. We're gonna go dock the station. Because that doesn't work for me if they're not gonna explain how to do it. They didn't give me any launchers or anything. That makes no sense. God, taking our sweet time to come dock with the station. Oh, there's a tactical camera. I've never touched any of these buttons. What? There's a first-person camera? Holy fuck! I had no idea there was a first-person camera. What? This whole time I've been like doing the whole track my target, all this other crap. There's been a first-person camera the whole time. I've never clicked any of these buttons over here. Holy crap. Activate autopilot. Whole bunch of buttons I've never clicked on. Yeah, afterburner. I'm spaced out right now.
Disabled. No waypoint set.
How come it's not docking with the station? Dock.
Permission requested. Docking request accepted.
All sorts of herp derp this morning. Well, I think we might be canceling this exploration thing because they didn't, it's not explained well enough, and I'm gonna have to go offline to read shit about it. Quit mission. This agent will not give you another mission if you quit, and you will no longer be able to work with her. What? So she'll completely like, fuck off if you don't work? How do I find the past conversation with her? Like the whole... I feel like they didn't explain any of the, what I'm supposed to be doing. Because when I hit the probe thing, it's like you need a probe launcher and all this other stuff. I'm gonna go look this up. Cosmic anomalies. Alright, hold up, because there is an explanation. There's a guide online that some beautiful soul has written. I'm going to see if I can follow it real quick. Thank God for other people. So, they said, open the probe scanner device for your ship. And it said you're looking for the combat anomaly. You're looking for anomaly training, which I don't see on this list. Oh, there it is. Anomaly training. Warp 2.
Warp drive active.
Okay, you're now inside. That is not explained very well, by the way. They need a better tutorial for that. Um, you're now outside the cosmic anomaly. Normally there would be hostile ships present, but our people have already cleared the area. All you need to do now is recover the proof of discovery document we left there. You can find one of them in the nearby training container. It's only a single document to serve as physical proof that you have passed this stage. Once you have it, bring it back to me. Yay, we're going to travel into an asteroid. I gotta say, I like the first person view a lot. Had no idea that you could do first person. It's a whole nother level of nerd for me. Is like, I loved the first person in Starfield too. Alright, we have looted that, and we can now head back. I'll be right back. I smell pancakes.
Warp drive active. Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Quick, in the heat of the moment. Stay cool with the Federation's favorite flavors. Now available in blue. Are you ready for a brighter future through better bonds? Brought to you by President Lagarde and the Automating Industry for Democracy Act of YC 125.
Alright, banana pancakes for the win. By the way, how far out are we from our skill? 4 minutes! I think we're going to hang out here and just wait. Your probe scanner tracks cosmic anomalies. Other types of sites, called cosmic signatures, are harder to find, and you'll usually need to boost your scanner by using scan probes. Okay. These sites contain various types of treasures. Ancient ruins, secret data facilities, exotic gases. There's a great deal out there for explorers to uncover, and you need to understand how to react to each type of site. Before we send you off to do completed, complicated scans, potentially risk your ship, I'm sending you to a training facility where you'll encounter safe examples of what you might find. Use the ship I'm giving you, follow the instructions, and report to me after you're done.
From Barmely to Charlie Lane, from Kentucky to Luminaire, from president to technician, we are all citizens of this
That's an
great
interesting
nation.
looking ship.
Support your fellow citizens.
Very funky looking, man. Ew, that is a horrific looking skin. So I guess these are all the skins you can get for your ships. That's kind of cool. Oh, the glacial drift's kind of nice. Look at Dawn. Taki Syndicate. Ooh, that's nice. Man, I can understand why people really get deep into this game considering all the options that are here. And the ship skins and everything. It's no different than cosmetics in MMOs, which I totally get sucked into with like Lord of the Rings Online, Star Wars: The Old Republic. I'm gonna get sucked hard into the World of Warcraft cosmetics. I gotta play catch up. And with transmog being shared across all characters now with war bands once the War Within hits, oh, I'm gonna go whole hog on transmog. Like Maduros was saying, I've got 20 years of mount collection to catch up on and all sorts of other stuff. All right, I gotta take my plate back to the kitchen.
From asteroids to ice, we bring only the finest resources to your station. Astral Mining Incorporated, the resources you need to succeed. Skill training completed.
All right, Chris has another round of coffee coming. We are not going to take her next mission quite yet because I should have finished that while I was getting my... Yeah, we're good. I think we can go do our new ship now. The Catalyst. Oh, booyah, baby. We got a brand new ship. All right, we're going to strip the fitting off the Incursus.
Serve and soar. Federation fleets want you to join the good fight.
All right. So first things first, let's get some. Oh, this thing has tons of weapon
Are you ready
mountings.
to lead the way?
Holy
You've done what it
crap!
takes to shape the future. Then Federation fleet
8
will
weapon
take command.
mountings. That's ridiculous. Let's do a afterburner. Stasis web of fire.
Electoral dates upcoming for water authorities and biomass distribution oversight. Remember, participation is freedom's guardian.
From terraforming to interstellar propulsion, Duval Labs is discovering tomorrow today.
Yeah, Zooks. More coffee soon. I've had a couple half cups, but it was coffee from last night. So Chris is making fresh coffee right now.
In the heat of the moment.
Um, what else can I put on here? I feel like one of my drones is missing. Says no.
Are you ready for a brighter future through better bots? Brought to you by President Lagarde and the Automated Industry for Democracy Act of YC
Let's go
125.
back to this one. I want to get it equipped and then I need to insure it. Alright, item hanger. Oh, this one doesn't have a drone bay. Oh, so this one sacrifices the drone bay in exchange for a ton of more weapon slots, essentially.
Free of the troubles of war. In Tarky virtual tours, a vacation worth
That's the heal version, which I don't need. So you get, essentially you have a ton of weapon slots. So I actually, this ship honestly is probably overkill for me right now. Maybe says it's the most DPS from a T1 destroyer if you use blasters instead of railguns. That's good to know. Thank you very much. I'm using railguns because that's what they gave me. Like, that's what I've been given through the quests. I have not purchased a single item from anywhere. I've literally only ever used what they gave me from quests. Oh, there it is. My hobgoblin wasn't stacked. That's why. Railguns are good for PvE. Well, I'm only doing PvE, so that makes sense. Afterburner, web of fire, my armor repair. Can I use my... No, that's one of those things.
There is already something in that location.
Well, hopefully I never have to deal with that. I'm sure it'll happen at some point, but...
Victory, breathe deep and let the synth flow. Econics, your life, your sound.
Well, I gotta say it's a very interesting looking ship. But I'm probably just gonna hold on to it for now because it's not... It's overkill for what I'm doing with these starter missions. So actually, let's go ahead and go back into the...
Quaif, in the heat of the moment. Stay
Can I go
cool
ahead
with
and
Federation's
repackage
deadly
this?
flames. Now available in blue.
actually hold on to that. Can I put those in my item hanger? Oh no, they just sit here. Okay. We'll stick with this one for now.
Servants or Federation fleets want you to join the good fight.
Put a drone in the drone bay. Put the armor repair on. Get my Gatling guns equipped. Get my afterburner equipped. Web of fire.
Do you have what it takes to
Thermal
save the lives of
hardener.
every cluster? Then Federation fleets want you to fly logistics.
What is this? Micro warp drive. It's a little different. I got a whole bunch of stuff that I looted off of sensor dampener. Very interesting. Yeah, no worries, Assassin. Thanks for hanging out. And you're welcome. Yeah, I'll be on definitely tonight because I'm gonna be doing Wasteland 3 tonight. I gotta get back to that. But I may do an afternoon World of Warcraft stream. We'll see how I feel and how the storms are. If the storms aren't bad, I'll probably do an afternoon stream at some point. What else can I equip here? Warp disruptor? No. What's the difference between a mining laser upgrade? I don't quite understand the difference. Increase the yield. Ah, I see. I see. All right, I'm pretty happy with that. What is all this stuff? You could look at special edition ships. What is that? That looks like something out of Foundation Season 2, man. Jay says, I've always wanted to try this game, but understand it's a steep learning curve. No, this is you just said something perfect. How is the new player experience? So, GB. I'm on my third weekend. I've played every Saturday for a couple of hours. I've put out 2 new player guides already, which are doing very well in the algorithm on YouTube. I would say check those out if you haven't. There's a link to the playlist down in the description text below. The new user experience is brilliant. It is so easy to get into now because the moment you get into the game, you get this agency tab, and you get to you go agency tab is what this is. Agents and missions, career agents, and then it gives you these 5 different types of agents that you can talk to. Each one is set, like there's a couple of combat oriented one, there's an exploration one which I've been dabbling with this morning. I finished one of the combat ones and then I started the exploration one. You get free ships out of each one of these. Gives you like a couple. You get a couple of free ships out of each one of these. You get like at the start of each one of these, there's like 5 to 10 quests for each one of these storylines. They give you a free ship very early on, and then you get a free ship at the end. And then you'll notice here where it says, as an example, the Enforcer was the first storyline I did. Recommended skill plan is Air Galente Enforcer. So I just literally went over here, and all of these skills that are listed are automatically grouped together in one huge package. And then you literally just click Start Training, and it starts training all of the skills for you so that you don't have to manually figure anything out. It'll take about a week of real time to finish all of those. So if you're playing very casually like me once a week, it's great. You just play a session, have the training going on, log off, come back next week, and all your training's ready to go, and that you can get into the next ship. Now notice this one, it says skill plan completed. So then we can go over here to your plans, and I'm currently working on this additional plan, which has a 7-day training time on the bottom right. So by the time I come play next week, it will have finished all of these on the right-hand side. Then I've got these additional, like the Soldier of Fortune plan, the Militia Fighter plan, the Galente Pirate plan, and then I can go into like, oh, let's go learn the Enforcer plans, and let's learn the Industrialist plans, and let's learn the Soldier of Fortune plans. So all of these are already laid out for you, so you just pick them, start them training, go away, play the game. So here's the most important part. For the new user, just each one of these takes about 2 hours to complete. There's 10 hours of content right here, and you're going to get about 20 ships out of this. All types of different ships for all types of different playstyle. And all of the fittings for all of the ships, and coin, which you can use to insure the ships and do additional stuff. Then, once you get beyond that, and that's one of the reasons I decided to give it a shot, someone said to me, the new user experience is really, really good these days. And I went, okay, I'll give it a shot. And so far, it has been very, very good. Because once you get in with that, you can go in here and go to mission agents. And there's all of these different types of mission agents. More importantly, epic arcs. So this is where you get into the first story arc that it tells you is the Bloodstained Stars. So you can click on this. It's going to set a destination for you. You're going to go over there, and you're going to start an epic storyline chain. And that's going to run you through that quest line. And then you can do the next one, which is Syndication. And then do the next one, which is Smash and Grab. Look at all these story missions. Each one of these has 10, 15, 20 quests. 2, 3, 4, 5 hours of content. It is all now, the way this is done for new players, is everything is combined into these story arcs. So that you can very quickly and easily say, you know what? I want to go explore today. Let's pick an exploration mission. You know what? Fuck that. I want to do mining today. There's asteroid belt missions or anomaly missions, ice belt missions, planetary industry missions. All of this for the new player is combined into these really cool package deals where you get all the storyline directly laid out for you. All the skill sets are combined for you so that you don't have to manually figure out anything. There is still a little bit of we came across this earlier in today's like maybe 30 minutes ago. The tutorials are not perfect. The exploration one I had to tab out and look at someone else's guide because I was very confused with what I was supposed to do because they didn't give me enough of a tutorial boost. But I would say the best part about this for me is that obviously there is still the risk of me getting ganked, especially because I'm streaming and someone will eventually stream snipe me. But these missions, even though it's a PvP game, these missions are all taking place in I think it's what's called high security space. So they're PvE missions. So most of the people who are engaged in PvP are off in, what do they call them, corporations or whatever, at the end game. Doing that shit where they record the big videos where like 5,000 people, do this huge battle that lasts for 7 days. And let's see, Cracker Book Palace on Twitch is saying you do have some protection also being a new player. So I'm finding as a casual player who's only playing like 2 hours every Saturday morning, it's been a very relaxing, chill game for me to come in, be able to get some cool ships. I mean, I've got 4 or 5 ships now from the storylines I've ran so far. Let's go back into my inventory. Here's my ship hangar. I've gotten 4 ships. So I've got the ship that I'm running right now. Then they have this ship. Let me see if I can open these. Oh, it's not going to open them in different tabs. So I got this ship. This was, I think, one of the first ships I got. And then I was given this ship, which was the next ship I got, which is really cool. Then I have the ship I'm currently driving, which is this one right here. And then I just got, maybe 10, 20 minutes ago, maybe a little longer than that because I finished up the storyline, I got this ship, which is a very big-ass destroyer-type ship. So you get all your ships are given to you for free. All the fittings come from the quests that you're running. Crackerbook says players can get banned as well for screwing with you. The insurance is not so that you don't lose your ship, JB. It's so that if your ship gets blown up during combat or during PvP, you have enough credits to then go buy a replacement ship and all of the fittings for it. So you can lose your ship, but because it's insured, here's an example. Like, let's say I want to insure my ship. It gives you the terms. The selected ship will be insured for 12 weeks, unless it's repackaged, destroyed in an item exchange or auction contract, or destroyed while in the possession of somebody else, or destroyed while you're being pursued by Concord, which are the police if you've done stupid shit against other players and stuff. So pretty much, yes, it protects you against PvP, it protects you against PvE. Do you guys explore the insides of your ships? Nope. Do you ever see the character you create? Nope. Above and beyond that initial character creation screen and this little icon that's up here in the top left, my character sheet, this is the only time you're ever going to see your character's face and etc. is this right here. Other than that, it's all about your ship, not about your character. And then as far as credits go, like I already have 30 million credits. And it only costs like 50,000 credits to insure these starter ships for 12 weeks. So like I'm just accumulating millions of credits and having fun. So um, yeah, as a new player, I would highly recommend if you want to try it out. There's no risk. It's free to play. The storylines are already mapped out for you. The new user experience is extremely well done. There's a tutorial mission that you run that's about 45 minutes long, and then they drop you into the career agents, and from there, it just keeps going. It's been a very pleasurable experience, for sure. I've done 2 of the career agents. I did both of the combat ones. I did the Enforcer one, and then I did the, whatever's the one I just wrapped up. Soldier of Fortune, I think is the one I just wrapped up. So, it's been very enjoyable, and now I'm working on the Explorer one, which I'll actually be finishing next week because I'm at my cutoff point, everybody. We're 2 hours in, and I gotta go make French onion soup, so I gotta head into the kitchen, get working. We'll be back with Wasteland 3 tonight at 8 p.m. Central Time. For those of you who want to continue that playthrough, we are multi-streaming on YouTube and Twitch these days. Twitch being the new venture. Crossed 20,000 subscribers on YouTube during the night. That was a huge milestone for the channel and double the goals that Chris and I had set for the year, which is awesome. We are also spinning up a World of Warcraft retail guild for those of you who want to come join in that adventure. There's a video up yesterday talking about the guild, what we're doing. There's a new channel over in our Discord server if you want to get involved there. I may come back the middle of the afternoon with some Warcraft streaming, but we'll see how I feel. And if we have storms rolling in today, so I might not have power. So, by the way, if I don't have power tonight, you won't see me, but I should have, unless we have a really bad storm. But that's the plan. Every Saturday morning is when I'm playing EVE Online, at the very least throughout the month of November. And if I'm still having fun, we might continue it into December and beyond. But at the very least, I'm playing on weekends, and I'm creating some new player guides. There's a playlist down below in the description text if you're on YouTube. If you're on Twitch, head over to YouTube and check the uploads, because there's a EVE Online playlist where I'm creating these player guides around my new user experience. So it's been pleasurable. I've been having fun. Follow along where you want. If you want to support on Twitch, do bits, cheers, and subs. And if you're supporting over on YouTube, it's Super Chat, Super Stickers, Super Thanks, or memberships. Thanks to those of you who do. Keeps me on the air full time. Coming up on my 2-year anniversary of full-time YouTuber in February. So we're almost at the 2-year mark. Catch you later today or tonight, everybody. Stay safe. Have a good weekend.